is a brief but vague history of Nikon full-frame DSLRs. They introduced the D700 some time ago. Then they introduced the D800, which was full-frame and had loads of megapixels. Then they introduced the D600. The D600 had less megapixels but had dust on it. So they introduced the D610, which didn't have dust on it. Then they introduced the D810, which was the same as the D800, but a bit better because it actually didn't have an AA sensor, whereas the D800 did, but they say it didn't, but it just cancelled out. But anyway, there's a new one, D750. Gets confusing now.
Take the basic body of the D610, reinforce the body making a monocoque one with carbon fibre reinforcements, same sensor too, but arm it with performance of the D810. Add some extras and we have this super weird hybrid.
What is it all about then? Well, it looks pretty much the same as the other two, the D610 and the D810. Although in terms of body, this is actually more similar to the D610. Oh, she's wearing a Bocalicious cap. Oh no, it's another hipster cap. There's another hipster cap. Oh. Boo. What's wrong? But she's never even been to New York.
Sounds confusing, the model number name thing doesn't seem to fit in with anything, but looking at the specs, it's still hard to see how it fits in.
So what do I mean when I say it's like the D600 body? Well, it's half plastic, half other stuff, the other stuff being magnesium alloy. Magnesium alloy is on the top and the back. Just to illustrate, in case you don't know what back and top means.
Alright, not merely plastic. According to Nikon's words, it's a monocoque structure with thermoplastic reinforced with carbon fibre.
That means you get a lightweight body, although the D810 isn't that heavy. This is the same lightweightness of the D610. I'm really getting confused now, talking about D610, D810, D750.
It does have the gaskets to adequately keep out moisture and dust, within reason.
But features-wise, all the buttons, dials, more similar to the D610. Good enough quality, durable enough. It's not the D810. I think we're kind of making the point a little bit clear now.
It isn't just the same thing with an oddly different name. There are technological advancements in terms of body features.
So you're probably thinking this is just a replacement of the D610, isn't it? Well, not quite. You see, there are some subtle differences that kind of put this in between a D610 and a D810. Tilty screen is one of them. This is actually the first full-frame DSLR that has a tilty, swivelly screen. A first! That's like so amazing. Look at that, that's amazing technology. Who would have thought of that? I mean, it's just revolutionising the world of full-frame DSLRs. I mean, it does look like some Meccano kind of, you know, kid's toy that you just constructed to make a little girder hinge thing, and you can still see the cable. Well, you can just cut the cable there if you're really pissed off with your friend. Oh, you complete tit. Oh, I hate you. Oh, give me a D750 snip. Yeah, have that. Bang, up your ass. I have to illustrate it to you. How does it work? That's one feature of the tilty swivelly screen. See, if you don't have a tilty swivelly screen, oh, get on the floor like this. Oh, or so I can get a portrait of my feet next to a drain and some dog shit smeared on the pavement without having to do this. It's technology gone wild. But I mean, if you think that's convenient, this takes it just that little bit further in terms of convenience. Let me show you this feature. Connect. Take photos. bang, that's easy. That's quite responsive actually. Oh, oh. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good. Hunts a little bit, but that's actually quite responsive. So, but I'm actually next to the camera. You can take a picture like that. Oh, bang. It's pretty good. Let's try from, and probably from here. That's great. Or even go further. What? I wanted the D810 anyway. Just claim insurance and get the D810. Got your picture, you bastard.
However, the D750 is packing similar performance perks as the D810. It may have a 24 megapixel sensor, same resolution as the D610, but Nikon says this is newly developed. Whatever. It does have the D810's X-Speed 4 processor though, and noise performance is incredible even if these images are not. ISO 3200 is much cleaner than his shoes. ISO 6400 is still solid, and you can get thoroughly usable shots at ISO 12800 and even 25600 at a push before things crack. But what else?
But the D750 still has a lot of the features of the D610. Maximum shutter speed, 4,000ths of a second. And then we've got the 24 megapixel sensor inside. It does have an AA sensor too. Then we've got the burst rate, which is 6.5 fps, 0.5 fps more than D610, but it's faster than the D810. However, this is not all D610 inside, because this actually has a newer AF system compared to the D810. Same autofocus points, and theory, this should be just as good as the D810, if not better. And then it's got the metering system of the D810, so it's got bits of the D810 and D610. It's kind of like a weird hybrid. Is that hipster or is it just a dress?
Dress.
Oh.
The new fashion.
Oh, so it's a hipster dress for men. You're not quite there. You know, you haven't gone full ladylike, and you're not half-assed that. One arse cheek is lady, one arse cheek's dude. So we're gonna do some action with you. Let's do some running. It's got 51 autofocus points, but they're all kind of in the center. Well, you know, it's like this sanitary towel shape, but focused all towards the center portion. It's not like the D7100 where it's kind of spread out.
This thing is incredibly responsive in a way that D610 couldn't even dream of being, and I'm sure it wouldn't dream of this subject.
It doesn't even look like a dress, it just looks like a butcher.
Yeah.
And like the D810, it's got the group area AF, which works well. Okay.
Tracking the subject, the point sticks to the subject like burnt turd on a non-stick pan.
You know, I don't really care about the difference between multicam 2 and the multicam first version. It's just good, alright? It's pretty damn good. Much better than the D600 series. And this has got the OLED viewfinder display, which is crystal clear and bright. No. Okay, and again.
Focusing on his face is super accurate from far to near. Bang.
And the movie mode has been improved. It's got a power aperture and live viewing mode, so it's much better, yeah. Same as D810. Alright, see ya. Subscribe.
The performance of the D810 in a light D610 body with smaller files and a reasonable burst rate makes this combination a winner. Although this weird hybrid still confuses. Deciding between a D610, D810 and D750 is much harder now. The new DSLR is around $600 more than a D610 and $1,000 less than a D810. It's a glass half empty, half full kind of thing. you're either paying much more to get 0.5 FPS and better AF, or paying much less to get a better burst and a screen that tilts.